Hey, Packback ambassadors, Mike here on September 14th, 2015, to give a little update on how things are going on the business end and where we are on progress with Packback. So I hope everybody's having a great start to the semester. It's definitely been an exciting one so far, a few weeks in. And so to give a little context, everybody's now familiar with Packback Answers, which is the evolution of Packback as a platform, and really had been part of the big vision for us for a while. So, we always thought to get students onto an e-textbook, first and foremost, saving money on the cost is, the initial kind of value proposition. But ultimately, for students to be kind of connected in a digital environment brings a ton of value with, just sort of further communication outside of the classroom, being able to keep those conversations living on outside of just what goes on in the lecture or maybe what's read in the textbook. And so to have online communities where students can interact with each other, the professor can touch down, and the content, be it in the book or articles or wherever, can be referenced, and then a full conversation can ensue around that. That was always kind of the big vision. So for the summertime, it was incredibly exciting to roll out our first closed beta with Packback Answers. So this was the first time anybody was using Packback Answers out there in the public. We had, to give you some context here on the recent success for this fall, in the closed beta, we had 8 professors across 5 universities, a little over 100 total students, right? So we had some smaller classes, sort of spread out a little bit. Well, we had a very successful beta. There was a great reaction and some additional referrals that came from the professors in that closed beta. And so in a matter of a few weeks, because we had to kind of finish up the test for the summer, that ended kind of late in the summer, and then we had a few weeks to reach out to new professors to see about interest in the fall. Well, we went from 8 professors to 58, so a huge jump in the number of professors, which was just awesome. All 8 of the beta professors continued using Packback Answers. So we had, a really great experience from them and from students. Ultimately, the feedback, came from students back to the professors. And so that was really great. And the total number of schools went from 8 to 33, so huge jump there. And we really started getting in touch with some larger lecture hall professors. And so very excitingly, we went from a little over 100 students in the beta to now the total numbers are still being solidified a little bit, but it'll fall in the range of 4,000 and 4,500 total students across the 33 schools using Packback Answers. And so that's just incredibly exciting. At this stage in a startup, when you kind of start to hit that growth, there's just a ton that's learned by everybody on the team. And so it's been a pretty fun time. And so on that note, as we're now preparing for the winter or spring semester, and of course, you guys are all out there very actively engaged at the core of the growth of Packback. I want to give a little update announcement and huge shout out / congratulations to Brooke Gerstmann of University of Michigan. So Brooke is actually a member of the President's Club, which is our top 4 brand ambassadors or campus ambassadors nationwide. And this is a perfect example of why Brooke kind of excelled to that level. She was just the past week instrumental in helping to actually sign up a professor at University of Michigan who has at minimum 500 students in the fall, or sorry, in the winter spring semester, and that number may go up to 1,000. And so Brooke was really smooth, helped kind of initiate the introduction to account executive Mark Ugling on the full-time Packback team here, and really in talking with Brooke, who said it was easier than I could have imagined. It was just a matter of kind of reaching out, introducing herself. And that professor was, open to having a conversation, and that, turned into a really great conversation. So, huge shout out to Brooke, and of course more of these, types of updates on really just great examples of campus ambassadors really kind of taking it to that next level. And so awesome job there. A few things just in general on PackBack. We are, at this growth stage where we raised about $2 million recently in our latest fundraise. We're now in position of making some more hires. And so one of our full-time team members, Jesse Shapiro, he has a really cool story. He was actually a campus ambassador, became a campus marketing manager, and then as we were hiring on our sales team, we were hiring 3 full-time people. Jesse came in and interviewed right out of school. And typically, to get an entry-level startup tech sales role is pretty tough. You need a few years experience. And Jesse was just phenomenal in the interview process. And, we had a year of familiarity with Jesse just being a top-performing ambassador. And so he was actually hired as one of our full-time team members now. And so we'll let him give an update, one of these weeks. But so on that note, we're hiring another full-time sales executive, account executive. We're hiring a few part-time office intern sales development reps. And we're actually going to be hiring a few software developers. So the product will continue to improve and be updated. And you'll just continue to experience kind of the growth of PackBack as a startup, which hopefully will be a great learning experience for everybody. But overall, an exciting start to the semester. We've got, I'll let the next updates talk about some of the product metrics and how many answers and questions we're getting. But it's multiple thousand questions asked and answers given on each side thus far, only a few weeks into the semester. So everything's going pretty well. And of course, the challenge we face now, this being the first week of now 10 weeks where we'll be reaching out to more professors. The challenge is just getting as many of those demonstrations as possible. So let's all keep kind of working together, helping each other out. Ask your campus marketing manager for any questions, reach out to myself or anybody on the team. But awesome work so far, and excited to see what you guys and everybody all together can accomplish these upcoming months. So have a great week, and we'll talk soon.